Lights, camera, action.
UPS, you piece of shit.
I was like, you know what I want to do one day? I want to join a gang.
We're in 2022. Upgrade the cameras.
Yeah.
We can see Saturn and shit, but like, I can't get a clear picture of someone robbing the gas station.
That was the greatest night in the history of television.
Hey, hi, hello. Welcome in and welcome back to Redband Podcast. We are your hostess, Cupcakes.
Ooh.
You ever had one of those?
Oh, damn right.
They're good, man.
A hostess cupcake.
Hostess. On a field trip.
A little Swiss Alps.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I like a honey bun.
Mm-hmm.
I like a honey bun.
Yeah, I like the cosmic brownies.
Ooh.
With the rainbow sprinkles.
Ooh. What are those sprinkles?
Cocaine.
Yeah. Yeah, they seem like they seem like those like an edible flower on the top of a cake. You're like, I don't know what this is, but
Yeah.
they say I can eat it.
It's there. I
Yeah.
don't think it'd be on the plate if I couldn't eat it.
So the cosmic brownie is insane. How about some of the strawberry shortcake things?
Oh yeah, they're like wrapped like a sushi roll kind of.
Yeah.
And oatmeal cream pie, baby.
Ooh.
We love a good cream pie.
That's America.
Yeah,
That's America.
that is.
That's, we got a lot of things going for us, and that's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
A
That will
hostess.
stay.
Yeah.
And the Twinkies, of course, those will outlive all of us.
The classic.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that? What is that about them that makes them survive?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's something. It's the secret formula.
Can't be good.
No.
Can't be good.
No,
it's kind of
it's-
like how the McDonald's doesn't get moldy.
It doesn't deteriorate at all. It looks the same as day one.
Yeah. But it is good because it tastes good.
And if it tastes good, it can't be bad for you, right?
Exactly.
So-
Exactly.
So there's that. There's your daily dose of nutritional knowledge from
Yeah.
two qualified individuals.
Certified nutritionist, licensed physicians.
Yes.
We're nope.
We're nope.
We're nope. That's
Which
nope.
is what we're talking about
Yes.
today. Before we do get into that though, actually it's a special drop day today because not only is this podcast out, happy Friday everyone,
Happy Friday.
but I have a video out today.
Ooh.
I have when you're listening to this. It's the music video.
Yes.
Music video is premiered. It's out. I'll put the link in the show notes. Go watch it. Give it some love.
Yes.
You might recognize a familiar location in that music video.
Wow.
I'm not singing. Don't worry.
I was
wouldn't
hoping you
subject
were.
you. I wouldn't subject you to that.
I was hoping this is how you came out as a singer.
Yeah. But I did do the writing,
Okay.
directing, producing, editing, special effects. I was crafty.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was fucking everything but singing. So,
Right.
yeah.
So besides the actual song,
Mm-hmm.
this is 100% Estevan.
Yeah.
I mean, besides the song, obviously, but this is like in terms of like, music video. This is your concept, your idea.
Yes.
How did you? We'll do a quick little
Q&A?
Yeah. How did
Okay.
you come up with Did you listen to the song?
Yeah.
And let your mind roam freely.
I did. So I know the artist. He's a local artist, David Hale.
Okay.
Go shout out David. Give him some love as well.
Shout out.
Great musician. He put out the new song and the new album this summer, and I listened to it,
Yeah.
and I was like, this is very summery. This is right on my vibe. I like this a lot.
Yeah.
So I was just like, hey, we should make a music video for this. So then we met and we kind of just talked some ideas on what we thought. So that was exactly what I did. I just put it on. I listened to it. I've probably heard the song like 1,000 times by now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just listened to it a lot and paid attention to the lyrics and thought, what could we do with this?
Yep.
And I came up obviously with a couple ideas that we didn't go with. maybe a week from now I can talk about what those ideas were. To you can see what it became. But yeah, it's there might be a couple versions floating out there because we had like 3 endings, and there was a little bit of discrepancy on which ending was best.
What? Yeah.
On which one we liked better. So he has the ending that he likes the better out of the 3.
Okay.
The ending that I liked better out of the 3.
Okay. Well, this is great. So maybe we'll deep dive this next time.
That would be cool.
Like you can oh Christ. You can you can do like, you can give me the whole shebang.
That would be fun.
Does that sound good?
Definitely.
Okay, I can't wait for the whole shebang. Music video coming out. It's out.
It's out. Go check out the music video. Listen to the song. I'll put the links and everything in the show notes. Let me know what you think.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Worked hard on this one. So
Yeah.
It'll be cool.
That will be cool.
We got a local actress on it too.
Perfect.
I just that's the whole thing here, right? Local people. Let's just bring each other up. Sophia Maloney.
Okay.
She was great. Go check her out as well.
Shout outs.
Yeah, it was a all around great time.
It was a grassroots project.
Grassroots, baby.
It's a grassroots project.
Deep rooted.
Guerrilla filmmaking in some senses.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
If we haven't established, recently we talked about some shit that I did. I'm still a little baby in this. I'm still a little baby in this. Estevan is a working professional. He's really out here doing this thing, and it's great. And I'm glad I get to sit across from greatness on a regular basis.
And back at you though.
Thank you.
We're doing great things.
We are.
So, and I'm still excited to see your 48 hour.
Oh yeah.
Short.
Well, the shit's done now, so hopefully we could just throw it up on the YouTubesies and call it a day. So
that'd be great.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe not as good as the music video, but it was 48 hours. We have 48 hours.
I mean, hey, yeah.
Yeah.
You never know.
Also, you asked if I could help you with some filming projects, and I'm guessing one of those was the music video.
Yeah.
And I was not able to help out. So
yeah, one of them was the music video.
Yeah.
For sure.
I could have had my thumbprint on there, but I was almost homeless. So
yeah, I can't blame you.
Yeah, you can't blame.
Can't blame. There will be more.
There will be more
for you to get your hands on.
Man, there will be more.
Yes,
we're doing it.
Yes, we are.
This is always what we wanted.
Blesses.
But
the meat and potatoes of why we are here.
Yes,
we talking Nope.
We have to talk some Nope.
So, Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
I love that he is in charge of shifting the horror film genre because that it's been needing some upgrades for a while.
Yes.
And what I like about what he's doing is it's competent characters doing competent things.
Ooh.
My gripe with horror movies for far too long has always been it's just a bunch of dumbasses.
Ooh.
Everybody is so stupid.
Yes.
Right? And maybe that's part of the trope of you go and you watch these horror movies and you're screaming at the character to do the right thing, the competent thing, and they don't.
Right.
How long has Michael Myers been on a rampage walking through the streets while people just stumbling? Come on, man.
Yeah.
He walks and he has a steak knife.
Yep.
Come on.
Shoot him with a sniper rifle.
Do anything else.
I mean, come on. How has there not been intervention by the National Guard?
Right. This guy just terrorizing a small town for 20, 30 years and nobody's...
Hit him with the drone.
Yeah, right?
Fuck.
And finish the job.
Yeah.
Bro, finish the job. I don't remember if we talked about the new Halloween.
So we did that. It was very early. It was coming up on a year.
Yeah.
Wink, wink. We're getting there. Yeah, that's when it came out. So we started this around September. So yeah, you must have seen that in October.
Yeah.
Of last year, and we kind of talked about how they don't finish the job.
Right.
It's a problem.
And what's awesome now is that almost, our 1 year anniversary is coming up of this podcast. And the next installment of Halloween is probably, I think it's coming out in this October.
Yeah.
And the title, of course, claims like, this is the end.
Sure.
This is it. Right. Big quotation marks.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt it.
The only people I have faith that are not going to keep beating a dead horse is the Breaking Bad universe. I truly believe Vince Gilligan when he says it's done.
Yeah.
Everything else, I don't believe you.
Same with Jurassic.
No, yeah.
They word it very carefully. This is the end of the Jurassic era.
Yeah.
They're probably going to go into the next Cretaceous period.
Cretaceous.
Can you imagine
Cretaceous
that?
Park.
Cretaceous Park. Just a bunch of Venus flytraps killing people.
Like a saber-toothed tiger.
Yeah. Actually, that'd be kind of cool. Saber-toothed tiger.
Sick.
I like that.
That'd be pretty sick.
But yeah, man, horror movies. I've always wondered why people push forward in a situation that's clearly bad.
Right.
And I've always wondered, why don't people just be like, nah, not going to go in this creepy old rinky-dinky house. And Jordan Peele comes to the table and he says, yeah, we're going to do that shit.
Yep.
We're going to do that. We're going to have our main character see some shit that's off and be like, nope.
Yeah.
And then we're going to call it that.
Yeah.
And so I applaud you, Jordan Peele, because you finally are doing the thing.
I love the way you presented that because it's clear that in African American culture, we tend to say nope when it comes to the scary thing.
Yeah.
We tend to think of it in a sense of like you said, I'm not going in there. I ain't doing that.
Yeah.
I ain't fucking with all that.
That is some white people shit.
That is some white people shit to go into that basement.
Yeah.
And so I guess that made sense to me that it's like nope, and then you see the movie and he says nope a few times. But I didn't think, competency. I didn't think of that exact angle where it's like, competent protagonists.
Yep.
Who are thinking the way we would think about what's happening and not acting like a fucking airhead.
Yeah.
And just, being driven by sex, drugs, and alcohol to walk right into a big ass steak knife.
Yeah.
And so, wonderfully, wonderfully put. Absolutely.
And I think we see that. By the way, there will be spoilers.
Oh, tons of them.
So if you haven't seen Nope, I guess click away now. We hate to see you go, but.
And then, go see it.
Yeah. Go see it and come back.
And that's the thing about the horror film revival that you're speaking to is, and sure, and, horror people will argue, well, there's been some masterpieces. That's fine that there has been some great horror in the last whatever the fuck decade. Mm-hmm. But how many of them are going number one at the box office?
Right.
That's the revival.
Mm-hmm.
That's the revival. Number one at the box office, Summer. We haven't really had that since the first Conjuring, and that was in 2013. It's almost been a decade since I think we've had a summer blockbuster horror film that was actually good, that was actually, artful and blockbustery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then before that, of course, Paranormal Activity was huge. That took the world by storm.
Yeah.
And, it's just basically kind of a revival of Blair Witch Project.
Yes.
Style of shooting, which I did see an interview too with Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
Where he talks about the very thing that I've talked about too before, which is it's scary not showing the thing.
Yeah.
Because he put it funny, of course, because he's Jordan Peele. He's like, Blair Witch Project, nothing fucking happens.
Yeah.
For an hour and a half, but you're still on the edge of your seat. And it's the same thing why Jaws worked.
Yep.
You don't see the thing and you just let the audience imagination run wild.
Right.
And so I think he kind of did do that a little bit with Nope. You don't see it right away. It's just a lot of ominous things going on.
Yep.
And so anyway, yeah, I think it's been a while since we've had some hit horror movies that don't piss you off. Like his movies don't piss me off.
Right.
And I like that competency. These characters in this movie, they see the things happening and they're like, all right, and they're in action. They're like planning how to capture this thing on video, and they're like coming up with ideas, and they're just like smart. They're not dumb.
Right.
And that's what I like. I think the horror movie era of dumb people needs to come to an end.
Yeah, it's time.
What makes something, I think, more suspenseful is watching someone actually try and fail and try and fail. Like Hush. I think I've talked about that too.
Yeah.
I liked that one because it's a horror, but like the person in the movie is smart and she's doing smart things to try and outwit this guy, the killer. So
absolutely. And I think all the best horror movies, for the most part, you think about like It Follows. I just watched that recently.
never seen it.
That's a good one. And that one is about there is a competency to the people in terms of like them trying to figure out how to get past whatever, how to get away from or evade whatever's following. And it's the same thing, you know. It's like, yeah, like it's not like them. It's them being very thoughtful and really coming together, bringing their brains together to try and figure out this problem. And so, yeah, you know, and actually trying to attempt to defeat the thing. Yeah. Or, you know, and so absolutely. And also, you know, with Nope, I just think, I don't know. I just think like this is exactly like what I've been wanting with a horror movie lately. And I remember like, and not even realizing it. And it was really good how he actually kind of made you think it was going to be about something else, which is a big part of it. Yeah. And I was watching a lot of interviews before, and he was saying, or someone was asking him, you know, do you think this is your Jaws? And I was like, I wonder why they're comparing this to Jaws. So I'm glad you brought that up. And it's pretty clear once you start watching it why this is compared to Jaws. Yeah. Yes.
And the misleading part too. I didn't, based on the trailer, I didn't know what. I thought this might be like a zombie alien movie. That's how it made it look. Right. Then you watch it and you find out very different than that, at least the zombie alien thing. Yeah. So yeah, I want to dive in because I left the theater feeling somewhat displaced. Sure. I left feeling displaced because I liked it. Yeah. But I knew I didn't fully understand it. I saw the pieces and I knew I just wasn't connecting them right. Yes. And the friends I saw it with, same thing. We were all like, I don't know that I got it. Like, it's all there, right, but I don't know how they connect. Right. So what did you think when you first saw it? Did you get it right away? All of it?
I think no. Nope. Nope. We had talked about this a little bit before. And so there were some things that it seems like you guys didn't get that I feel like I got when I was watching it, but there was other stuff that I didn't get. And now I'm different. It sounds like you and everyone you saw it with. I'm not different. I'm not trying to like. What I'm trying to say is you and everyone you saw it with, it sounds like you didn't get some parts and it made you become thoughtful. And when I watch something and I don't get it immediately, I become bothered and annoyed. And so I was kind of in like a mood, and I was kind of just like, I don't get that part. And I was a little bugged about it. Yeah. And I was a little bit like bugged with Jordan Peele for a second. And I was like, why would you do that thing, Jordan Peele? And then I was like, how annoying of me. And so the second time I saw it, I feel like I got it all. Mm-hmm. And then I immediately redacted my statements. Yeah. Yeah.
You repented.
So what was it that you guys first didn't seem to grasp onto?
So for a majority of the movie, we were like really fixated on the whole monkey thing, because any filmmaker out there knows your opening shot is important.
Yes.
If you're opening on something that specific, the way that Jordan does here, it's because it's important.
Yeah.
You don't just open on that for the fuck of it, right?
No.
So knowing that, and knowing that he's a thoughtful, creative director and writer, I kept trying to find the importance of it and how it played into everything. And I just couldn't piece it together initially. And so like I kept waiting for, the guy who plays Glenn in The Walking Dead.
The best. Stephen Yen?
Yes.
Stephen Yes.
Something. So like his character and his role in everything that was going on, and then the correlation between what was going on with what happened with the monkey going apeshit, pun intended, on set. And then the other thing that still kind of is like up in the air, I definitely want to know your take on it, is the shoe.
Yeah.
The shoe that's up like this.
Yeah.
And so the movie kept cutting back to that moment. And for me, I was like, this has some sort of importance, and the two are linked somehow.
Yep.
It's just not very blatantly obvious to me.
Right.
So that was where we were hung up on. We were like, how do these pieces connect?
Right. So the shoe, I still am not.
Yeah.
I've read some things. Some people have said some interesting things. Like it was, okay. So there's one interesting take on it that I'll say real quick. And that's that like there's something that might happen to people when they're in super traumatic situations, where there might be like some sort of weird abstract thing that sticks out to you, and it might not even be really happening. Like that might have been in his mind. He was seeing that, but that's not really what was there. But because he was under such stress during that moment, like, I don't know, his brain created something almost to like fixate on and kind of like take him out of the experience.
Yeah.
That was an interesting take I read on it. But I remember now what I think it more like is, so they say that thing, he says that thing about what's a bad miracle.
Yes.
Right? What's a bad miracle? And it's like that shoe standing perfectly upright in that way is a miracle, right? That wouldn't happen. In a sense, it's kind of what seems to be, okay, so you talked about the opening shot.
Yeah.
Gordy looks directly at the camera. Later on in the movie, we find out that Gordy's looking at Glenn from Walking Dead. We're just going to call him that.
I guess
as a child. Now, what I've read and what I think maybe is that he wasn't looking at Gordy in the eyes because he was fixated on the shoe, which may have saved his life.
Yes.
Which also may have made him think that he had kind of a special touch with wild animals, or the ability to make connections to things that, might kill everything else, but he might be able to tame it.
Yes.
Or maybe not tame it, but he kind of has something different that's going to allow himself to survive that situation he survived. So it is kind of like the shoe is kind of like potentially the bad miracle that catapults him into whatever. Maybe just catapults him into when he makes contact with the alien.
Yeah.
Makes him think like, oh, like I got that thing that this alien's going to trust because Gordy felt the same way about me.
Yeah.
So that's what I've come across. I didn't come up with that on my own. I also had to look that up.
Yeah. And I wish.
Yeah.
I wish I could be that.
Oh, I wish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe someday. I'm trying to train that muscle.
I am too, because that's not really, that's why I see movies multiple times, because the first time I'm not going to get that. And
Yeah.
like the first time I have expectations, and that's what happened with Nope. I have expectations. I think it's going to be this way. It whatever happens. It's like an overload.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, it's happening. I'm watching it. Okay, that was it. And then it's like, I got to go back so I can catch that shit. So yeah, it has to be the second watch for me.
For sure. Yeah, we definitely came back here and we watched YouTube videos on it because we were lost. But that was for sure the big thing that I saw that made the most sense to me.
Same.
That seemed to be like, probably the right answer.
Yes.
And then of course it goes hand in hand with the whole theme of like, don't look at the thing in the eye. Because again, the alien thing that shows up, they discover like, oh, you're fine if you don't look at it.
Right.
And so the same with the monkey. He didn't look directly at it in the eyes. And so now he like thinks he has it all figured out, but.
And potentially because of the shoe, he didn't. And then, it is a theme. And it even, the horse even looks itself in the eyes in the beginning and bucks up and does something crazy. Right.
And he says that when he shows up to the movie set, he's like, don't make eye contact with it. No sudden like movements or loud noises.
Yes.
And then in the opening too, the thing that kind of sets the monkey off, Gordy?
Yes.
Okay. Gordy is these balloons that start popping.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of the thing that just sends him on the rampage.
Right.
So there's a lot of themes there, like don't look at it. Don't make sudden movements, not a lot of loud noises.
Yeah.
And that's how the alien operates too.
Now, I got super intrigued with the opening shot, but that's because I feel like I immediately knew where that was coming from. I'm guessing through your research, you found out that that's based on something that really happened, not on a television set, but there was a woman who had a chimpanzee as a pet. I think that's a chimpanzee, right?
Yeah, I think.
Or monkey or whatever.
Yeah.
As a pet. And the real story is sad, it's like it was a pet and it was this thing. And then the woman, yada, 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 there's a long story. But eventually her friend was trying to help her calm down the chimp, who was pretty drugged, like in a constant state of kind of being drugged and shit. Not for like sick reasons, but just because like they needed to find a way to chill him out.
Yeah.
And so I guess the lady tried to use his little Elmo toy to entice him to calm down.
Oh.
And that like triggered him for some reason, and he fucking ripped her fucking face off and fucked her up for like 7 minutes. And there's actually a voicemail or a YouTube video of the phone call that the woman made to 911, where you can hear the chimp in the background basically like fucking this lady up.
Holy
and
shit.
It's like, it's one of the most horrific things you can listen to.
Damn.
That exists on YouTube. So if you're a sick fuck like me, because I've heard it a few times, and also I like this band called Suicide Silence, and they use the recording in one of their songs and they're just like playing heavy metal over a chimpanzee ripping a woman's face off. And so that's fun. Yeah, exactly. So when I saw that, I immediately was like, boom, he's doing that thing.
Yeah.
And it makes sense because, and you'll have to check this out, but so we'll get to the scene, but in the amazing, crazy fucking scene where Glenn from Walking Dead is doing his presentation.
Yeah.
And you see the girl from the Gordy's home, and she looks all fucked up.
Yeah.
The chimp fucked her up. She's wearing like a very similar like face shawl. Is that what you might call it?
It's kind of like a veil.
Like a veil, yeah.
Yeah.
Like she's wearing a very similar face veil and outfit as the real woman who was attacked. And there's a picture of her online looking very similar to the way that woman looks in the movie.
Interesting.
So there's some little things there.
And now that you say that, I just thought of this. I didn't see this in a YouTube video or anything.
Yeah.
But it, again, themes, similarities.
Yeah.
If she's wearing that thing, right? And Glenn from The Walking Dead as a kid, when he's under the tablecloth is like right down like that in front of the eyes.
Whoa.
And I just thought of that now.
Sir. That's why you make the big bucks.
That's why we do it.
No, that's perfect.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen that either.
Yeah.
We're trademarking that take, by the way.
You heard it here first.
No one else can use that in their videos.
Redband exclusive.
No, it's true though, and that's such a good point. And then it also makes it, just Jordan Peele, man, doing Jordan Peele.
Yes.
Jordan Peele doing Jordan Peele.
Mm-hmm. And so that's what we were kind of stuck on.
Yeah.
Was making that connection initially.
Right.
We didn't. And then that kind of drove us to look for how Glenn from The Walking Dead played, like what role he might have played in the aliens being there. Like maybe we thought there was going to be some kind of twist.
Yeah.
Because he has a little like carnival western, whatever that is.
Right.
That he has in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
And like maybe he set that up as like, I don't know. We were like looking, you know what I mean? And we didn't find it. And it's because we were totally missing it.
Sure. And I read something from someone that made a lot of sense to me, which was it was just that the alien basically made that its home because it began to be fed by Glenn.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So that was the thing that by Glenn.
Sorry, we should probably look up his actual character's
Steven
name.
Yeun or something, but it's funnier to call him Glenn from Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what we're talking
We'll
about.
know. Yeah, they'll know that.
Everyone knows. I just like that I just did Glenn straight out. But and that made some sense to me too. Who knows? It could have been roaming, because that was actually a question I had, which is like, why there? Like, why is it just there? Why is that where it hangs out? Like, why is that where? Now, okay, something on second watch. Jordan Peele, and I did not catch this the first time. So, and this is just going from the beginning, right? You get the Gordy's shot, and then it goes into the film, and it's Daniel,
Kaluuya?
main character.
I think Kaluuya. Daniel Caligula.
Daniel Caligula, and his dad, waking up, doing the chorin, around the farm, and you hear on the radio, it's like something about 2 hikers missing in the area.
Okay,
that's the stuff that drops from the alien that kills his dad. The stuff that the hikers had on their person.
Yeah.
And obviously you see later when the thing fucking drops all the people's belongings and tons of blood on their house. And so that was my thing first too. It's like, and there's so many little things you miss. That's why that first time I saw it, I was just kind of like, I missed so many things. I'm kind of bothered right now. Yeah. And the second time I caught, so many things. So yeah. And I'm glad, because it's like, if you don't have that, it's like, well, then what the fuck was the alien dropping? Who was that from? No, it's the missing hikers. There's 2 missing hikers. They say it on the radio. Yeah. And that's the shit that gets dropped on to the dad that kills him.
Now that you talked about that, the other thing that we were a little fixated on, there seemed to be a focus of keys initially.
Same.
Like of all the debris that falls out, there's a lot of focus on like keys that just stick and stab into stuff.
Yes.
And obviously that's people's car keys, all their loose change that they have that's spitting it out. But specifically, he seemed to focus in on the keys.
Yes.
So we were like, well, I don't know. And I still don't know.
And that's maybe one thing that, and we're filmmakers. So for us, and we pick up on cues, and I'm like, yeah, if you're going to like really zero in on this key stuck in this horse's ass, which is where like the fucking key was. I also was very fixated on that the first time I saw it, and was expecting keys to be a theme of some sort.
Maybe it's like Key and Peele. He's alluding to another collaboration.
I wouldn't put it past it. And actually, I feel like that's the most satisfying answer I've heard. Yeah. I think so. I think I want to go with that. In my world, that's what it's for.
That's how it exists.
I don't think it's for anything else. I don't think keys really get brought back up much.
Not that I can think of, you know what I mean? Unless we're missing something. But I also thought what was really cool about it was of all the technology and stuff that they used, they ended up using the old-timey camera in the well
Yes.
to capture it at the end.
Yes.
And I thought that was really cool.
Which also has to happen because for whatever reason, this alien is able to halt machinery functioning, electrical currents.
It's like an EMP.
Yeah.
It just disables all electrical things.
Right. And so it's like the only things they have are the cinematographer's non-electrical camera. And then obviously to finally capture it, like you said, the photo booth thing in the well.
Yeah.
At the theme, not the theme park, but the, kind of.
Yeah. What would you call that? Like
I don't know.
Like a fairground
attraction
kind of thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
An attraction. Yeah.
Yeah. Like kind of like a fair. Yeah. I guess. I don't know. What the fuck do you call it?
I don't know.
Who knows?
And then, the horse. So the feeding. I didn't catch that either when I was first watching it. It wasn't until afterwards that he was talking about like the horses that he was selling to Glenn from The Walking Dead.
Right.
And that he was wanting to buy them back.
Right.
But then Glenn from Walking Dead was kind of like beating around the bush about it. And it's because he was taking those horses and feeding them to the thing.
Yes.
Also, I don't know if this is a thing or not. I hadn't seen this anywhere. It was after the movie that I was like, was it just me? Or did that UFO looking thing kind of look like a hat?
Yeah, bro.
Like I thought it did. And Matt, who I saw it with, was like, yeah, I didn't say anything either, but I thought that it totally did.
That weirded me out for a second. It was like, I don't know what I thought the first time I saw it.
Yeah.
When it looked like a hat, I was just kind of like, is it a hat? I guess that's kind of what
looked like a giant like cowboy hat, like the underneath.
Yeah. So no, I agree completely. It looked like a hat.
I think there's even a shot too where is it the main character? Might be Daniel.
Yeah.
I don't know his character's name.
Fuck, I forgot.
There's a shot I think where he's on the horse and he's trying not to look at it and it's like hovering right by him, and then there's like a certain frame where it's like almost framed perfectly where it could be looking like it was on him.
Ooh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like a hat.
I thought so too.
It looked like a hat.
Yeah.
So the alien itself.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. So yeah, I mean now here's a beautiful take, not mine. Wish it was mine. Something I read, something I looked up. So it looks like your typical UFO. Someone said something really good about, and it relates to Gordy.
Yeah.
So it was something to the effect of this. Essentially, the alien presented itself the way we wanted to see it, as just a UFO looking type of thing, flying saucer. So that's what we saw, what we wanted to see, until it revealed its true form.
Yeah.
Right? Because it was kind of an animal. Gordy, right? We saw what we wanted to see. Him in his little cute outfit.
Yeah.
Dressed up like a kid.
Yeah.
Until it revealed its true form. Motherfucker is a wild animal.
Yeah.
So it sounded better with the person who ever wrote it, but it was interesting. It was an interesting idea.
That's it. Yeah.
It's weird how, when you start the movie, this thing, it just looks like your common flying saucer.
And I had also heard some stuff that like supposedly this is Jordan Peele's commenting on Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
And
Hollywood and the culture of There's some culture of film, just like media culture, Hollywood culture, sensationalism. So that's what I really picked up on the second time I watched it, which it was something that kind of bugged me in the first time I watched it. There was like, you know, at the end, there was just a part of me that was like, hey, why are you still trying to take a picture of the thing?
Yeah.
Get out. Get out. Us? No, I'm just kidding. Get out or fucking, I don't know. It just seemed odd to me that was still such a thing.
Yeah.
To take a picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like the way Keke Palmer dramatically takes a picture of it at the end, and that's her triumph. That's her win. And I was kind of like, I don't know. It was kind of weird at the end of that. And then not only that, but the fact that TMZ shows up.
Which, yeah, we need to talk about that.
And I was just like, why is TMZ here? That's weird. It made a lot of sense to me on the second time I watched it. So essentially, like in the beginning with the horse trainer time, you know, they mention that there's no record of their great-great-grandfather who was the first man on camera on a video, right? So it's like this monumental historic thing. It's history. It's historic. It's actually the first historic moving image, right? That's history. And there's no record. There's no recognition. Even when they call the guy, the cinematographer, and he's like, I guess I'm talking to motion picture royalty, right?
Yeah.
So they have this historic thing, this monumental thing that their family gets no recognition from, no royalties from, nothing, right? They've been erased from history.
Yeah.
And so, you know, and this really stood out to me, you know, when they're, I guess, leading up for kind of the gearing up for the last battle, I guess. I don't really want to call it a battle, but and Daniel Caligula says something like they're not going to take this from us. And I guess they did. They kind of got a sense of urgency because after Glenn from Walking Dead got all those motherfuckers eaten and killed, the media started to take notice and they were going to start coming, right? And they're kind of like, no, this is us, like us. This is our thing. This is what we're going to do. We're not going to let them take the history, the historic moment from us because they already have.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. And so that's what made, and the TMZ guy showing up is a commentary on the state of, you know, media sensationalism, you know, how it's almost like parasites flocking towards a dead body, you know, just to get a little piece of it. And so once I fucking kind of had that perspective shift, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
That is great. I hadn't heard that either.
Yeah.
And that makes it so clear that that's definitely, because the only other thing I was thinking was like, and I think we came to this conclusion too as a group, having seen it, the idea of the impossible shot.
Yes.
Which is what that cinematographer talks about. Like, oh, it's my impossible shot, whatever.
Right.
And the lengths that people will go to get the impossible shot. You know, Hollywood trying to get the impossible shot, the impossible actor, the impossible movie, whatever it is, right? And like the lengths that they'll go, the resources they'll blow through to make it happen. Even on a smaller scale, like you look at all these influencers.
Right.
Just to keep up what they're doing.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
For views and for listens. Hey, we got you.
Another reference to the movie.
Yeah.
That was made very clear when Logan Paul or Jake Paul, one of the fucking Paul fucks, put it on Twitter, and they were just like, you know, they were just saying how they didn't think Nope was good.
Yeah.
And everyone was laughing at them because the movie's about them. The movie's about the kind of people they are.
Yeah.
You know, it's like one of those Paul fucks went to the suicide forest in Japan.
Logan.
Logan,
Yeah.
just to get a fucking video of a guy who hung himself.
Yeah.
That's what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, exactly, dude.
Exactly. Beautiful.
Yes.
I also caught on to something that seemed to be pretty reoccurring, and that was like the colors. Right? They used the like colored flags that's like wrapped around the horse, and that's what the UFO is dragging along.
Right.
And then all the inflatable flailing arm tube things.
I wish I could do the Family Guy bit.
Yeah. I don't remember it, but
Yeah.
and then all those were very colorful too.
Yes.
So I don't know. I feel like there was something there too, or some kind of connection.
Absolutely. I really like the color. Well, and you see at the end, the alien becomes this abstract piece of art almost.
Yeah.
Like it looks like an abstract art piece, like a Salvador Dali painting.
Looks like sheets, like
It's crazy.
Those dancers
Yes.
that use the big flailing things, and then they like hang from the ceiling on them, and it's very like,
yeah,
that's what it kind of reminded me of.
I like that take. Yes,
Yeah.
that is kind of what it reminded me of too. And so, and yeah, like it kind of takes on a form that's also very colorful.
Yeah.
In a sense, in a different sense. Really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the colors are interesting, and I don't know, you talking about the flag thing kind of reminds me of just how nicely this movie plays out, because what's the first thing that happens is it eats the fake horse with the flag on it, and it gets like fucking jammed in its windpipe or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's that pisses it off.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first things first. And that's when Glenn from Walking Dead thinks he's just having a run-of-the-mill day with the alien.
Yeah.
The alien's not happy.
Right.
Not happy. Now, on a scale of disturbing scenes in the film, where do you rank the people inside of the alien?
That's number one.
That's number one, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a very claustrophobic scene. That was the scene that was horror in that horror movie.
Yes.
Very claustrophobic, very... Ooh.
Yeah.
It's a tight space. It's a tight squeeze.
It's brilliant. I mean, you think of like a movie like Godzilla, Jurassic Park,
Mm-hmm.
A movie where something ginormous eats somebody. Never has there been a shot of the people being digested
Yeah.
by said monster. So this is the first where you're like, oh, they're being digested.
What's great too about that is I've always put myself there.
Ooh.
In a movie, in movies where people get eaten and
Yeah.
they don't show what happens,
Right.
I imagine what happens, and that's exactly what I picture. The very tight space, squirming, there's nowhere to go, and you just suffocate in there essentially.
Yes.
And so then he put visuals to it, and that's exactly what I've seen for years in my head, imagining. And yeah, so it was awful.
Also, the reveal, which is interesting, there's the opening scenes, and then there's like the opening credits. And in the opening credits, you're kind of in this place that you don't know what it is. It looks like you're inside of a vent or something like that.
Yeah.
To find out that that's inside of the alien the whole time.
Right.
Fucking interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Very interesting. And then this was cool. This was something that we collectively discovered
Yeah.
when we were watching a YouTube video explaining Nope. We discovered that the alien masks that Glenn from Walking Dead sells,
Oh, yes.
those masks look exactly like old film cameras, because there's the shot, and it just kind of all goes hand in hand with like how Glenn from Walking Dead like remembers this traumatic event in his life, and how he just used pieces of that and like put it into his like carnival of horror.
Yes.
There's a shot when they're like walking, the camera's like pushing through the set,
Yeah.
and all the cameras that they used to film the show are lined up, and the little white part with the circles and the eyes looks exactly like the alien masks.
Whoa.
that he sells and that the little kids use when they're like trying to scare Daniel in his horse barn thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so we're just watching this movie explaining stuff, and it wasn't even explaining that. They just used that shot, and we were like, "Oh, that looks like the masks."
So you guys caught that.
We did.
Oh,
it was a
wow.
collective, like Matt said it as I was thinking it, and we were
Yes.
just like, "Yeah, holy shit!"
That's cool.
So
Good catch.
yeah, good stuff there.
That scene where the kids are trying to scare Daniel, and you think it might be, and there was a part of me that was like, there's no way this is the aliens.
Yeah.
Right. But at the same time, you're like, are we doing it?
Yeah,
You're like, all right.
I was
Guess we're
there
doing
for
it.
it. I was like, okay, I could see it.
Scary as shit.
Mm-hmm.
First, scary. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
First part where you're as a viewer, you're scared. As an appreciator of the art,
yeah,
you're going, Jordan, Jordan,
Yeah.
you
sly dog.
sly dog. How good are you?
Yeah,
The only thing that's hard to explain is why Glenn from Walking Dead's kids would be doing some sort of weird interpretive dance,
right.
creepily walking towards Daniel.
Yeah.
But you know what? Maybe those kids were very good performers. They wanted to do their dance in front of the crowd before Alien, or they actually named it. What's the name again?
Man, I don't even remember.
Fuck. What's the name they named it? Jean Jacket.
Jean Jacket? Okay.
Jean Jacket. That's what they named the alien,
All right.
which was based on the name of the horse that Keke Palmer
Yes.
wanted to train when she was a kid, and Dad didn't let her because they went to go do Scorpion King.
Yeah.
Fun little Hollywood shit there.
Yeah.
Scorpion King.
Okay.
Awful movie.
I also caught something too.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm totally off on it.
Okay.
But I was noticing that other than Glenn from Walking Dead, I feel like the alien abducted mainly things or people that were white. Did you catch that? I would have to go back and watch that little scene where he has the audience.
Wow.
But if you notice, the horse that it took was white.
Yes.
The porcelain horse that it tried to take that got stuck was white.
Right.
The only horse that it didn't or couldn't take was black.
Yes.
Obviously, it didn't take Keke Palmer, Daniel Kaluuya.
Right.
Glenn was the only one of color or diversity that it took, and I'm pretty sure everyone in the audience was white. I'm not sure though.
It was very
Not 100%.
Now, maybe once again, bringing back the commentary of who in the fuck would go to a damn small theme park to watch a live alien abduction.
White people.
White people.
That's some white people shit.
So what you're saying is the alien was progressive.
Yeah.
And the alien was marching for George Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that. I would have to watch it again to see if my theory is correct. But on the first viewing, from what I remember, it seemed like that's what happened.
That makes sense to me, though. I mean, and I don't even think Jordan Peele would be doing that as a counter racism or anything, like, or to just be like, I want to have white people be getting killed more in my movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it is. I'm leaning towards kind of what we're talking about in a sense of like, you know, who would be willing to stick around for such an event
Yes.
of that nature.
Right.
Who would be more willing to look it in the eye, and who's not gonna turn the other direction and say nope.
Mm-hmm.
Which all the characters of color still made advances towards this thing, but
Yeah.
carefully
Calculated.
competent.
Competent. Another example, the cinematographer. White.
Yes.
He got taken. The
Yeah, because
TMZ
he did
guy.
some white fucking people shit. He really did, didn't he?
Yeah.
That shit still kind of bugged me the second time I watched it. I was
Yeah.
but it's the commentary you're talking about. It's the impossible shot.
Yeah.
It's his desires to chase that same high of content.
Mm-hmm.
Chase that content high kind of overpowered his rational brain.
He's literally going to put himself in danger just to get something interesting
Yes.
on camera, which is exactly the Logan Paul influencer effect that we're talking about. David Dobrik, yeah, all that.
Absolutely.
And then the TMZ guy got taken too, and we don't see him, but I'm pretty sure he was white.
Yeah.
Sounded like Nick Cage,
yeah,
but I don't know.
Imagine. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Cool cameo.
Yeah, no, he totally. And good comedy there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, kind of that thing where, you know, little quick comedic bit.
Yeah.
And an interesting way to use the rules you've set up in your world. It's like that thing takes away all electricity.
Yeah.
He's gonna be fucking full force on his motorcycle and get into the fucking hot zone where that shit's just gonna end. He's just gonna fly off his bike.
Yep.
And they all kind of just got to watch it, and that's kind of fun.
And he was busted up, dude.
Yeah.
His fucking arm and shit was broken.
That was fucked up.
Yeah.
That was fucked up.
Damn. Another cool thing that one of our friends noticed was when Glenn from The Walking Dead is a kid on the show, the whole thing is like a fist bump, right? He goes to fist bump. What's the monkey's name?
Gordy.
Goes to fist bump Gordy. That's like the thing.
Yeah.
And at the end, there's that giant inflatable like guy of him that we're assuming is wearing the cowboy hat and it's pointing like this. And that's what they use, and it floats towards the alien at the end. And then the gun goes towards the alien and kind of does this little thing, little number, and then the whole thing explodes.
Wow.
Maybe.
No, I think that's good catch. I never thought of that.
Yeah.
That's the thing we're saying, though. There's typically no accidents with certain filmmakers.
It's thought. There's thought there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If things are just coincidental or accidental, that's not really good filmmaking. It's cool if it happens and it works. But, I mean, the kind of people we look up to, I like to believe they are analyzing frame by frame.
Yeah.
And putting everything exactly where it's supposed to go for a specific reason.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the people I look up to, at least.
Yeah. And it's so hard, I think, to be that intentional at times. And I think if you ask any filmmaker, it didn't start that way.
No.
You know?
No.
It just happens.
Of course.
And you look for ways to still convey all these themes and messages and similarities and connect all the dots.
Mm-hmm. Which is hard. That's so hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you gotta give it up when people can do that and do put that much effort into it.
Absolutely.
You gotta recognize that. Even if, and you can feel when it's there.
Yeah.
And you can feel when it's not there.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm watching, like, I don't think The Flash on CW is going to do what Breaking Bad does because they're not going to be as meticulous about it. And that's fine. The Flash on CW plays its role the way it should. That show is exactly what it's supposed to be and for who it's supposed to be for.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm that guy. I want that. I have a higher taste.
Yes. You have a refined classic taste.
We treat movies like wine.
Yes.
It's true. We're snobs. I'm a snob. I won't say you're a snob.
I try not to be. I'm really not. At heart, I'm not a snob.
I'm a little snobby bitch about it.
I think my film schooling has snobbed me up a little bit.
Sure.
In a way. But yeah, I don't sip my tea like this with a little film cinema hat,
Now, where do you rank this in the Jordan Peele? We're gonna call it a three-peat. The The three-peat was coined by a basketball coach. I don't remember which one. Pat Riley, I think. After winning 3 championships in a row.
Three-peat.
So this for Jordan Peele, this is a three-peat. This is 3 number 1 debuts. Box office. That's a three-peat, baby.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's a triple-double. Where do you rank it on the Jordan Peele three-peat rankings?
Right now, my standings would have to be Get Out, number 1.
Okay.
Nope, number 2.
Okay.
Us, number 3. Now, this is a ranking based on the fact that I've only seen each of these one time.
Wow.
However, Get Out has stuck with me the most.
Yeah.
Nope made me think the most.
Okay.
Us was a little bit, it was a different time when I saw Us.
Right.
So I feel like I can't fairly judge it.
Right.
And I only saw it once in the theater. So I want to rewatch all of them.
Okay.
All 3 of them. But as of right now, my rankings would be Get Out, Nope, and Us. What about you?
Same. Exactly the same. Mine is exactly the same. I don't think Get Out, there's nothing like any of the movies he's made.
Yeah.
But there will definitely never be another Get Out.
Except they're trying.
Are
because
they?
there's this like vampire movie coming out. Have you seen that? And up until you find out in the trailer that it's vampires, it looks kind of just like Get Out.
Well, that makes me sad.
It's this African-American woman goes to this like big fancy estate. Like she does some genealogy report and like finds that there's some person she's related to and he's white and everybody there is white and it's like super fancy and rich looking and then all the maids are black and then, you know, it ends up being like they're like vampires or whatever and they just want to like suck her blood. It doesn't look great.
They will try then.
But when you first see it, you're like, this is just Get Out, isn't it?
Right.
And it, yeah.
Okay. Well, I hate them for that.
Yeah.
I hate them for that.
Yeah.
No, I just, Get Out is, Get Out was a moment in time.
Yeah.
Us is amazing too. Nope is amazing too. But I don't think the impact of Get Out, when it came out, how it came out, the resources that were used to make it compared to the other two, which I think personally, this isn't a dig at Jordan Peele, but I think because he wasn't able to make a large spectacle with Get Out, it did force him to do a little bit more by way of character development and things of that nature. I don't think his character development is terrible in the other two movies. I just think when I think of Get Out, I think of it's a little bit of a character study almost, I would say. Yeah. Compared to the other two. So for me, I think that's why Get Out won. Yeah. And then Nope for sure. And then Us, which it's not bad. It's just 3. It's just number 3.
It's just number 3. Yeah, ever since I watched Nope, I've been itching to watch Get Out again.
Yes.
To give it another viewing.
Me too.
What I really want to know is what show is that in the movie? Like, what is the situation of that sitcom? Right. Where there's like, it's a white family, and then you got Asian, you got Glenn from Walking Dead, and then they have a monkey. Right. I'm so curious. I want to know if Jordan Peele, because the thing about that is, from a writing standpoint, he thought about it. Of course. Like, he has a backstory for that. Of course. He might even have a fucking pilot for all we know for what that show is. He does. Just to get in that space, you know? I want to know what that is so bad. Yeah. Well, okay. So definitely look up, because he posted the intro for the show. Okay. And I think it gives you, so I think the show, I don't know where the kids or the monkey play in. Yeah. But the parents are like scientists and astronauts. So maybe that's how the monkey plays in. Maybe. For Glenn from Walking Dead being a little Asian kid,
I think that's because they're Mormon missionaries. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, so I think he has a pilot for that. I think it exists.
I would not be surprised.
The fact is that they shot the intro, like the Full House style intro.
Oh yeah.
You know, so definitely check that out because he put that out right after the movie came out.
Okay.
And I just have my face stuck in my phone, so I was able to see it when it came out.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm so curious that,
Absolutely.
I'll definitely check that intro out. Finally, I want to know your thoughts
Yes.
on the end.
Ooh.
Do you think Daniel Calamari, Kahlua?
Yes.
I think it's Kahlua.
Yes.
Do you think he made it out alive?
Do you mean like at the when because he's on the horse there at the end?
Yeah.
So do you mean like just in general?
Yeah, there's speculation that like maybe he didn't, and what she's seeing is an apparition because he's framed in between, or he's framed under that sign that says way out beyond or whatever it says, like something like that.
So you're bringing something to my attention that I wasn't even aware of.
Ooh, I like that. Okay.
I had no clue that there was theories about him not getting out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So she takes off in the motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
And that's obviously when it's focused on him, right?
Yeah.
And then the alien leaves him because of she lets that big thing go.
Yeah. So I think from what I remember,
Yeah.
she's looking at him. He's looking back at her. They have this moment. He's like, you need to go. She takes off on the motorcycle. He's looking right at the alien thing. It's doing that weird, like,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's coming at him. And then we don't think we really see what happens.
We
After
don't.
that, we're with her.
We don't.
And she's going and she's getting ready to do the plan, release the big inflatable thing and
Yes.
get ready to capture it. And so we don't really know what happens if he made it out. And then next thing we know, all the reporters and stuff are showing up and she's looking and there's that sign that says whatever it says, way out beyond, out
Right.
on the beyond something. And he's framed on the horse underneath the sign. So it's like, is that actually him? Did he make it out? Or is that kind of a metaphor,
Right.
symbol that, oh, he's gone now?
Right.
I don't know.
It's also very focused on her kind of disbelief, and it may not be because he's there.
Yeah.
It may be because he's not there.
Mm-hmm.
And she's seeing literally his spirit, or she's realizing he's actually not there. I don't know. Well, now I don't know because I mean, to me at first, in seeing it both times, I'm just like, yeah, he's alive. Cool, awesome. Now you got me thinking.
And is the horse's name Ghost?
Yes.
Is that the one that he's on at the end?
Holy shit. Holy shit. Guys,
Yeah.
I don't know anymore. I don't know
Made you think.
if Daniel Clam Chowder was alive at the end.
Yeah.
He may not be. What do you think?
I want to believe he is.
Right.
That's what I want.
Right.
In my happy world, I want to believe, yes, he somehow made it. They have the impossible shot
right.
that can save the family business that was
Right.
going, under, and that will boost them to fame and they can continue their family's legacy.
Right.
That's what I would like to believe. I don't know, though.
But you make a good point, because it's just like the emphasis is so much on her from that moment that and yes, he's there in that moment. And if he's not dead, it's a wonderful opportunity to, amplify that he's not dead.
Yeah.
And that he made it. But also, the context completely shifts to her and her doings. There's no cutting back to him in any way, shape, or form. Not even a pinch.
Right.
And you would think you might get a pinch of a cutting back. Now, I think artistically, I like that it doesn't cut back to him at all, even if he is alive.
Yeah.
But like, you would also, once again, there's no accidents, right? If the filmmaker is really in that. So it's like, the fact that there's no more mention of him, the fact that actually the interaction that they have before she takes off is very heartfelt, almost like a goodbye.
Yes.
Too.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's on a fucking horse called Ghost, thank you very much. Now that we know that too. So it's up in the air. I'm not sure.
It is.
I'm not sure.
We don't know what happened to Daniel Kombucha.
Oh man. Okay, man. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 4 out of 5 ski.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 ski.
I like that. I'll be with you on that one.
4 out of 5 ski?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be. It's not, and that just makes me wonder what's next for him.
Yes.
What the fuck is next?
I saw just today or yesterday, was reading a quote that he had, that he's like, over the next few months, I'm just going to like sit and observe and listen. He's like, I need to just stare at my coffee.
Yep.
Listen and watch. And I think that's what the best creators do, right?
Yes.
They're not always like putting. You like have to absorb, so that way you can come at it from a different perspective.
Let it come to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever's next is going to be fucking insane.
I'm there for it, man.
I'm there.
I am there.
All right.
So, on that, we just talked about Nope. Great.
Nope, we didn't. Just kidding.
So, hope you enjoyed this one. What did you think about Nope?
Let us nope.
What do you think? Was he alive at the end? Was he dead at the end?
I'm very interested to know what people think about that. I think everyone I saw it with is probably that's gonna blow their minds.
Yeah.
That's gonna blow their minds.
And I also want to know if anyone has any other theories that maybe we didn't cover, or maybe we're wrong about something. Correct us. I don't know.
I'm not afraid of a little challenge.
Yeah. I like my mind being opened
Yeah.
to new stuff.
I like to make you believe what I believe. And I will.
Yeah. We'll force it down your throat. So, like, subscribe, share. Vanity Fair music video. Go check it out.
Yes.
Give it some love. And hit us in the inbox.
Damn right.
Share that video too. We got lots of stuff for you to share. So
we got lots of good stuff.
All the links will be in the show notes.
Yes.
We love you all. Thanks for listening. See you next time.
See you next time.